Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And fuck our champions! To the Pepe! Goal!
It doesn't get any better than that!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Game in Frame broadcast, coming to you live from Hofstra University Soccer Stadium in Hempstead, New York. My name is Francis Argueta, and today we have some exciting U17 action headed your way. Brooklyn United has championship aspirations, and every win gets them one step closer to the league title. They have 3 wins and 2 draws to remain undefeated in the last 5, and the opponent who stands in their way today is 4th place Long Island SC. They are coming off a 2-0 victory versus Stony Brook. SC Wildings White last week and look to make it 3 in a row. Only 2 goals separate Brooklyn from 2nd place Stony Brook Wilding Blue, who are tied on points. They need another win to keep the title hopes alive. It's Brooklyn United versus Long Island SC, and it's on its way next. We have kickoff here from Hofstra Soccer Stadium in Hempstead, New York, between Brooklyn United and Long Island SC. First place Brooklyn is trying to cement their title chances with another victory today, while Long Island is looking to get three in a row and move up the table from fourth place. Brooklyn you see in all black versus the white jerseys in Long Island. We already had action with the younger players before today's kickoff. It's a lovely Mother's Day weather we're having today in Uniondale. Very hot. That turf must be burning, but also burning is the desire for first place for Brooklyn. They try to play from the back and get a throw in. That is Eric Sko who brings that ball in. Bruno Spampinato trying to control that. Doesn't get the foul. I believe that is a play on from the referee. And there's change of possession already for Long Island. In comes the ball. Still trying to battle for it. Player for Long Island, number 42, goes down and they get a free kick here. Early action in the game. We'll see what they can come up with here from this position of the field. We have a very tall goalkeeper in net for Brooklyn, and it goes safely into the hands of Aiden Duff. He plays quickly, and this is Sko. Giving away once again to Long Island that they can control the ball, but they give it right back to Bruno Spampinato, who takes a long shot from the middle of the field. Saw the goalkeeper off his line, but that is safely out of bounds for a goal kick. We have a defensive alignment of Eric Sko, Jedi Scott, and Otis O'Brien playing from the back, excuse me. This Brooklyn squad has put up at least 3 goals in their last 3 games. Only game they lost was when they gave up 3 as well. Actually, that didn't end in a loss. That ended in a draw to Brentwood SC Premier Man City. They have action going down the left wing. This is Quentin Smith, who forces another throw in for Brooklyn. Back it goes to Sko. Sko will try to put a ball into the box here. Gets deflected into the hands of the goalkeeper for Long Island. Telling his players to get up and stay in position for this long kick, which makes his way over to O'Brien. Brian will have to handle this once again. He has a captain's armband for today's game. Off the throw in, there's a free kick awarded to Brooklyn. They enter today's match after a 4-1 win versus Ja Elite Soccer Academy. That was last week, Saturday. Before that was that 3-3 draw against Brentwood. And they had a 4-0 shutout win before that on April 12th versus third place Holdout Bavarian Soccer Club, Blue. So there will be a lot of goals to be scored in today's match. There is an opportunity for an early chance on goal. There's number 29 for Brooklyn looking for the space, pushes it out wide to Rafshevsky, and he'll look to score. and a comfortable save from the goalkeeper once again, but early action for Brooklyn United on the offensive. Not the best kick from the goalkeeper, but now Long Island trying to play from their own half, and they do well, trying to push the ball up forward for number 23. Jedi Scott handles that well. The goalkeeper Duff kicks it though out of bounds for a Long Island throw-in. Here comes the ball once again. And that is Spampinato once again launching the ball forward. Only meets the goalkeeper who was off his line, but plays comfortable to his defense. Brooklyn pressure, forces a turnover. 25 will try to shoot, and he does. That's another comfortable save for the goalie. But Brooklyn United continue to attack and put pressure on this Long Island back line. That was Quentin Smith with the shot. Getting those feet warm in this hot Mother's Day game, May 11th. Coming from Nassau County and Hempstead. There's a long ball looking for Smith once again, but goalkeeper read that well and secures that ball. Big kick there, better kick from last time from the goalkeeper. Now it's number 9 of Long Island. They are in a good position here. No offside from the linesman. Flag stays down, but defense gets to the ball anyway. There's another throw-in coming Long Island's way. Long Island trying to set up their offense in the box. It goes in the box now. Defense to it first. Now they're trying to start this counter attack. Good touch there by the forward for Brooklyn. That is Dagan pushing forward. Now it's Bruno. Bruno, nice three-toe pass, but safely into the hands of the goalkeeper once again. Maybe the most active player from Long Island up to this point. Here's number 25 for Long Island. Swarm of black jerseys forcing defense, but it lands in a comfortable bounce for Long Island. Now they have a shot on goal if they can get to it, but Aiden is to that ball first. Defense has to handle that. That is the captain of Long Island on the ball now. Tries to clear it further up the field to number 25. And that is given right back to Brooklyn United. Only 2 goals separate Brooklyn from second place Wildings Blue, so this game is a very much important match for them to put in the win column as they are leveled on points. Here comes Smith once again down the left wing. Pushes it back for a cross to come in. Instead, it's going to be a corner for Brooklyn United. What can Brooklyn come up with here to put their offense in motion? The first 10 minutes down of this match, still 0-0. Here comes the ball into the box. Goalie from Long Island makes another leaping save. And there goes a bounce over the head of O'Brien. Long Island pushing the efforts forward. And they have a good position here. They were able to get to that ball, but goes too much power on it. It looks like they're preparing for a corner on the other end of the pitch. Here comes the service into the box. Brooklyn is to it first, but there's a deflection on the edge of the box, and they clear it further up the pitch. Looking for Spompanato. Instead, Long Island puts another ball, and that is a good ball. Now can they put it into the box? They do. And they make contact, and it just dribbles away from the net. It did just enough to make the forward uncomfortable. And this game remains scoreless. Long Island now gaining a little bit of momentum as the game progresses. Looking for the options. Fortunate not to give it away. O'Brien to the ball first. This is Dogger. Continue to push forward. I believe that is Nematov. And they were looking for Quinton once again, but defense read that ball well. Now there's a one-on-one on the other end. There's a flag raised by the linesman, but no call from the referee. Instead, there's a save by the goalkeeper. Refs seem to have disagreed with the linesman who rose his flag, and instead Long Island gets another corner. He's adamant in saying that that was not a foul call. That's why he allowed play to go on. Here comes the corner kick service into the box once again. It's still anybody's ball, and it goes into the back of the net, but there's a handball called or a foul from the main official. This game remains scoreless at 0-0. Aiden lifts that ball up to his defense. Long Island continues to put pressure on in Brooklyn's half. Bruno not able to control that one. We have about 15 minutes into the first half. Still no goals to separate these two teams today. But based on the way they're entering today's match, you can expect a couple of goals at some point. And here comes a good opportunity for Brooklyn, but it dribbles out of bounds for a Long Island goal kick. Take this opportunity to let you know today's games that are on their way on Game and Frame. Osners FC faces New Haven United at 7 p.m. in the NPSL North Atlantic Conference. Also, the New York Renegades in a big match versus East Coast. Empire and Braveheart tied at 2 apiece yesterday. They have an opportunity to move up the table now. They face East Coast at 7:30 in the UPSL Northeast American North Premier. And to close the night off on Mother's Day, it is Richmond County FC versus Greek Americans at 8 p.m. in the APSL Metropolitan Conference. Long Island continued to attack, but they're forward not on the same page there, not able to get to that one. There's another throw-in coming for Brooklyn. There's plenty of space to work with here from O'Brien as he pushes efforts forward, weighing his options. This is Nematov. Further out left to Sko. And Sko has some space to work with now. There comes a cross into the box. Defense to it first. And they're trying to get it out of their half. And now they have an opportunity to go on the counter, but defense of Brooklyn is well positioned to prevent that from happening. Here they go again with Dagan, who is taken down. Here's a free kick coming Brooklyn's way. Dagan Waring earns his team the free kick. They take it quickly with Eric Sko. And O'Brien's going to take a long shot. And it's just off target, as Long Island will take this goal kick. Can't blame him too much for taking that opportunity. There was a lot of space to work with for that shot. I believe that was Gabe Schurter. Long Island able to get to that ball. Good move there by Schurter to avoid the defense. It goes back to O'Brien now. Jedi Scott over to Eric Sko. Eric has some options, and it goes just above the head of the defense. And now there's Namathov who can take a shot if it's on, and that's a good save by the goalkeeper, and he gets it on the second time as well. Goalkeeper could be man of the match in the first 15 to 20 minutes of this match for Long Island. It's a great diving stop there to prevent Namatov's shot from going into the net. Long Island now have it in the middle of the field as they push forward, wait for the options. Here's number 9 down the right wing, looking to take on Sko one-on-one. He cuts inside. On the edge of the box, they have a shot here, and it's just crimps into the back of the net off the woodwork. And Long Island opens up the scoring in today's game. Just found the far left post to bounce off and make its way into the net. And fourth place, Long Island takes the lead. Brooklyn now playing from a 1-0 deficit. Sko launches a ball forward for Namathov again, and this is another opportunity to score, and it deflects off the defender, and there's a corner now on the other end of the pitch. Looks like Jedi Scott will take this corner, looking to even things up. 18th minute of the match, 1-0 lead for Long Island. Here comes the ball into the box and safely once again into the hands of the goalkeeper. Resists the urge of launching the ball forward for the counter, and he does now. There's a speed battle won comfortably by Ruszewski to win the ball back for Brooklyn. Brooklyn has some space to work with as they make their way up the pitch. Linesman keeps his flag down. This play will remain onside for Quentin Smith, who looks to take his defender one-on-one, but the defender comes out on top, and Brooklyn gets the rebound. And there's a clear foul call there after a lovely move by Orson Doggart. And looks like a yellow card was shown for the offense. First booking of the match goes to Long Island. We had 20 minutes down in the first half, 1-0 lead for Long Island. Your team in white for this evening. Brooklyn playing in the all-black jerseys. They have a lot to play for in today's match. Here comes the long ball forward into the box. Defender just able to jump on time to deflect that away for another corner kick coming for Brooklyn. In comes the service into the box. Long Island to it first. Smith trying to keep that ball in play. Instead, it goes out of bounds for a Long Island throw-in. I believe they're going to make a substitution here as number 42 exits the pitch. Number 65 enters in his place. It's going to be a hot one for the rest of this day. Hot turf, hot atmosphere. Long Island does well there to get that ball forward. And they have another opportunity here as they push forward. Defense coming back for Brooklyn. Looks like the forward trying to do a little too much on that attempt. Goes out of bounds for Brooklyn. Long Island recovers in the middle of the field, but just put too much of a foot in there, and Brooklyn's able to read that to go on their offensive once again. And another big-time tackle on Rushevsky will probably earn another yellow card for Long Island, and that is correct. Another player booked. Rushevsky's quick footwork is earning those yellow cards. I believe that is number 53 of Long Island, who gets his name in the booking list. This Long Island goalkeeper has been challenged up to this point, but he has stepped up in every occasion. That box is lifted up into the air. It looks like a handball claim for Brooklyn. No, says the referee. They play on. Sko earns the ball back for his team as they try to even up the scoring in today's match. Calm demeanor for Worson Dogger. This is Jedi Scott pushing forward once again. Over to Dogger. Back to Dogger it goes. Good moves here from Brooklyn. That ball's lifted up into the box, but Long Island's there to it first. O'Brien drops it down, but it lands Long Island's way. And they have some numbers to work with here. It looks like an offside call here, and that is correct. Number 9 of Long Island wasn't able to time his run that time. Here's Sko now with plenty of room to work with. Spampinato looking to make the run. Defense to it first. And here comes Long Island once again. Captain O'Brien will handle that. Looks like he was fouled there, but they play on. They're doing well to get out of their own half. Here comes Afazi Nematov once again. Over to Rushevsky. Makes another good move. And that ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in, I believe. And it goes inside the box. Long Island looking to clear it out of the way. And they do well there. It lands to number 9, who has some space. He gives it back to his left winger. O'Brien, well positioned to take care of that threat. It looks like there's going to be a break here for the two teams, maybe due to the hot weather. So we have a little cool down period here from Hofstra Soccer Stadium. 1-0 lead for Long Island up to this point. Plenty of chances for both teams Goalkeeper is very much involved. Take this chance to let you know of the fresh plays of the month to look out for on Game and Frame. To see them at halftime. We are set to resume play here from Hofstra Soccer Stadium. Warm 75-degree Sunday evening Mother's Day special we have for you today. After a cool down period, it is going to be Long Island with the lead as we resume the next 20 minutes of this first half. They just managed to creep the ball in just inside the post for the first goal of the match. Not much Aiden Duff could do about that shot. And here comes another opportunity straight into the box. And they're gonna take another shot when given the opportunity and not able to make the contact there. Bruno will put pressure on Long Island. And it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, who's had a very good first 20 minutes to the match. Number 9. Right winger for Long Island gets the ball back here, and he'll have a pass here just on the edge of the box. He gets it right back. He makes the shot, and that play will be called off due to an offside call. Good build-up play from Long Island coming off the break. Looks like Paxton Bodenbacher has made his way onto the pitch with the number 30 for Brooklyn. In the meantime, here comes number 11 once again with his moves down the right wing. There are options to be had here. It is Nematov. Switch the field over to Eric Sko. Sko will look to take his defender one-on-one for the cross into the box. It dribbles his way to the first defender. Still anybody's ball here inside the box. Sko looking for an opening. Is not able to make great contact there, and it goes out of bounds for a goal kick. Here comes more substitutions for Long Island, keeping fresh legs on this hot Sunday afternoon. To the middle of the field it goes. Looks like Jacob Suniga has also entered the pitch with the number 2 for Brooklyn. And here comes another opportunity to put the ball into the box. They go backwards instead. Zuniga puts in the cross on the edge of the box. It goes. Sko trying to keep that possession for Brooklyn. Instead, Smith wins it back. And Long Island wins that duel, but they get it right back with Sko, who tries to put a cross into the box, but that bounces safely into the hands of the goalkeeper once again. Strong goal kick. Goes straight to Suniga, who has to control it on the third time, but it goes out of bounds. Ruszewski is having himself a good first half as he wins the ball back and earns his team a free kick. They resume play here. Bruno Spampinato on the ball, looking to switch the field over to Quentin Smith. The defense was there too at first. Ref, no foul call there on that altercation. Didn't signal for a play on either. In the meantime, here comes Long Island, trying to keep that ball in bounds. And that strong shove earns his team a free kick. And a yellow card will also be shown to the defender. That is Jedi Scott. And that was just on the outside of the box. And Scott tried to do a shoulder-to-shoulder tackle, but ref saw a little too much into that one. And they have a dangerous position to put this ball into the box to make it 2-0. It'll be a two-man wall here. Duff telling his wall to move a little more to the left. Here comes the ball. On the ground it goes. Defense responds to it well. Now they're trying to go on another counterattack. And there's a run being made by Quentin Smith. He continues to battle for that possession. Long Island clears it out of danger. Dogger on the ball now. Over to Bodenbacher. Ruszewski. And here comes the cross into the box. Eric Sko will put it in again, and just not able to put in the cross he was looking for, and it goes safely out of bounds for another goal kick. So we had 33 minutes down in the first half, including that a break. We have about a little less than 15 minutes to go. Spampinato there trying to prevent the quick pass. Instead it goes into the middle of the field. O'Brien to it first. Brooklyn has some time to even up the scoring, keep their first place position alive if they can come out with another victory here. Spampinato here being guarded by two men, goes down, no foul by the linesman. Instead, it goes out of bounds for a corner. And Brooklyn is in another dangerous position to level up the scoring this afternoon. O'Brien getting orders to push further up the pitch. As Sko will take his place, trying to prevent a counterattack opportunity for Long Island. Here comes the ball. It's a good one. And there's a shot. And it is skyrocketed into the back of the net for the tying goal of this evening. That is Orson Dogger. That levels up the scoring with the rocket straight into the back of the net. Brooklyn tied at 1 apiece. That was a pitch-perfect cross into the box, and Orson took care of the rest. We have a tie ball game for the next 10 minutes or so of the first half. This game promised goals, and they have delivered up to this point. It is 1-1, new ball game. And Brooklyn has their eyes set on another victory if they can convert their opportunities. They finally beat the goalkeeper, and now Smith is trying to do more of the same. Bodenbacher not able to get past the first defense. Dribbles into the hands of the goalkeeper. That was such a lovely strike there by Orson. 2 good goals seen up to this point where goalkeepers just had to sit back and watch. Here's Scott, who's on a yellow. That goal has given this team new life as they continue to push forward with Nematov, but he loses it there. Here goes Fozzie once again. That goes out of bounds for another Long Island throw-in. Advanced position from the defender, but he gives it back to Brooklyn. It lands anyway to Long Island at 78. Tries to make some space for himself. Eric Sko is called for the foul. A little bit of confusion here. It looked like it was going to be a call foul on Eric Sko. Instead, he gets the foul against, so Brooklyn gets the ball. Take this opportunity to tell you that today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic. Salt has made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The Air Case uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering the Game and Frame community an exclusive discount. Scan the QR code to get 10% off and keep it fresh. There's a ball to switch the field over to Eric Sko, and there looked to be a handball, but they play on, says the referee. Over to Quentin Smith it goes. A move here, a move there from Smith. He puts a ball straight into the path of Spampinato, who has a goalkeeper off his line. He falls down, but the ball's still alive now. And defense did just enough to prevent Bruno from getting a good shot off target, and they get a corner instead. A little over 6 minutes to play here of regular time. Plus, we'll see if we have additional minutes as well. Quickly taken to Eric Sko, who puts the ball into the box. And they make contact, but it goes over the crossbar for a goal kick. Very much needed cool breeze entering the pitch on this hot Sunday afternoon. Mother's Day special coming from Hempstead, New York, Nassau County. Trying to keep it in balance, but not able to do so. It is a Long Island ball once again. They just launched that ball forward. A little bit of jersey pulling there, not called by the referee. It's a little touch there on Dogger, but no call once again. Goes all the way back. And another foul called by the referee just on the edge of the box for an extended arm. It's going to be just on the edge of the semicircle in a very dangerous position of the field for this free kick to take place. Both sides of the ball have gotten calls their way and also have gotten calls against. No yellow card shown for that foul, but instead Long Island will have a very good position to score the second goal of the match. Number 9 looks to be taking this right-footed, so will it enter for a cross or will he take it straight on? There's a 4-man wall. Maybe it'll be 5 now. Aiden has his wall set. All that's left is the referee's whistle. .65 approaches. He gets to roll over, but it goes straight into the wall, who does his job. And here's another cross. And too strong of a touch there, offside anyway, says the linesman. And Brooklyn will have a free kick to work with. Been a very evenly matched first half so far. 2 beautiful goals from Brooklyn and Long Island. Brooklyn side, it was Orson Doggart who one-touched a ball straight into where the goalkeeper couldn't save it. Long Island goalkeeper that's been very much involved in this first half with a couple of great saves, prevent his team from going down in this match. For Long Island, it was a goal that managed to creep its way past the inside of the left far post and go inside to beat Duff. Here comes Brooklyn once again. They're trying to creep inside. Doggart trying to keep that ball for Brooklyn. Instead, 37 on Long Island wins it back for his team. Doggart slowly making his way back to his feet. O'Brien well positioned there to prevent that ball from landing to the forward of Long Island. And a good move there from Otis. Goes down and he earns a yellow card for Long Island, their 3rd of the match. We have about 1 minute left of regular time, plus whatever is to be added in this 1-1 draw. Zuniga takes that quickly. And there's a cross that's going to find its way into the box. Defense to it first. And they're still alive, but an outside call on Fazi Nematov. Gets the ball back for Long Island and what is left of this match. And that is given away. Brooklyn is here in possession. Bruno now trying to find an opening for a shot or a cross. Makes a move, makes another, puts it inside the box, but goes past everybody. Now they're trying to keep it inside. Good hustle there to keep it in bounds. And now another shot is to be taken, and the goalkeeper makes a comfortable save. Bruno was going to be on the rebound, but handled well by the goalkeeper. Rashevsky also did well to keep that in play. Here's another long kick going Jacob Zuniga's way. And dangerous tackle there. Lunging cleat, which landed on the Brooklyn player, earned a free kick. It's a long kick, looking for Bruno up top. Bruno gets the bounce. Long Island recovers well. Otis O'Brien to that ball first. Both teams look to be preparing for halftime. Been a great match up to this point, and what is a very decisive result for both teams in the top four. Here's Paxton now on the ball. Launches it forward, and it almost lands for Bruno. Instead, the goalkeeper secures it again. The goalkeeper has probably touched the ball most out of all this Long Island squad. Has had to deal with a lot of shots and has done well. Here bounce Long Island's way. And another foul call, this time on Paxton. This time it's further away from the semicircle, straight in the middle of the field. What will Long Island come up with this time? The last shot went straight into the wall. They take it straight on into the hands of Aiden. Comfortable save, and there's the halftime whistle. It ends at 1 apiece for the first half. Goal from Brooklyn United came by way of Orson Doggart, who missiled it into the back of the net. We end leveled, and we have another 45 coming to your way next.
Quick release for Hernandez. You know Hernandez is going to get there. Got some work to do. It's one man taking on an army, and it is Hernandez. He took on hell with a squirt gun, and he quenched the flames. Justine Nunez Hernandez, an impressive stamp on the match.
14. There's a shot, and K-Zune beats it away again.
About it. They don't want to let this opportunity pass without equalizing. Fake shot, fake. The third shot, low and a goal! A couple dummies and a low shot makes this game 1-1.
Right side, isn't it? Can he bend it around the wall? He's gone for it, and it's tipped over the crossbar. Lovely fingertip save by Perez. Let's see if it's enough to stop them. Joe Holland. Once again, Perez called into action.
Now trot, cross.
Oh my word! What a goal! What a team goal from New York International! Back to the captain with a lot of space. Crossed inside, using his chest. Aristotle Zazulin to the rescue! As now his defensive expertise put to the test. Diaz trying to shield the ball away from Diallo. Diallo squeezing past. Still with the assist! Goal! South Bronx United!
The ball is back into play. Beautiful work, Winder with the nutmeg.
There's room to move here. This is Waring again. Waring Puts it into the middle. Doggart! Doggart! They can't clear it off the line! Orson Doggart puts the finishing touch.
Shango can't quite keep it. Yo, pick it up. Dangerous area. Malachi with a shot. Beautiful save from the keeper.
Now he's on. Kamara's on sides. Kamara gets around the keeper. This could be it. Could finish. It's 2. That's the final whistle. Polonia seals the deal in the last kick of the game. What an effort there by Kamara.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division I programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
And we have kickoff here for the second half of this match, which ended 1-1 in the first. Brooklyn United, you see in all black, versus Long Island in white. We had a couple of great goals for both teams. For Brooklyn United, it was Orson Doggart that found the back of the net off the corner, set piece. Beautiful cross, which ended up in an even more beautiful finish to beat the goalkeeper from Long Island. The boys in white also scored the first goal of the match in a shot that creeped its way into the inside far post. Was able to beat Aiden Duff, but otherwise, both goalkeepers have been doing well to limit the damage. Doesn't look to be a lot of changes for this Brooklyn side. Jacob Zuniga entered the match with number 2. So you see him on the pitch now. Here is Eric Sko, will put this ball inside. It looks like it's gonna enter the box. Nematov fighting for that ball. It lands for Long Island instead, but they get the rebound here. And there's a long shot that's rifled off the defender. Able to block that shot attempt. They keep it alive here with Zuniga. And he puts the ball into the box, and once again, the defense responds well. Jacob putting in quite an effort here to fight for the ball, but it lands for Long Island, and they look to get rid of the danger with this long ball intercepted by Brooklyn once again. Here goes Asher Ruszewski. Had himself a very solid first half as well. Asher will put a ball into the box, and once again it lands into the goalkeeper's hands. Nice turn there from the Long Island midfielder. Pushes the ball forward. Aiden's off his line, but he does well to kick the ball out of bounds for a Long Island throw in. In comes the ball, and it goes into the box. O'Brien is there to it first. Kicks it away. And that ball is long gone in the parking lot. We'll need another ball in its place. Brooklyn United currently in first place. Will like to keep it that way if they can get another win here today. Wildings Blue is leveled on points, just has 2 goals less than this Brooklyn side. So the goal count in today's match will also be pivotal to decide the standings in the top 4. Long Island has something to play for as well, as they are in 4th place currently. They would like to move up the ladder. They have a couple more games left on the season. They give the ball away to Eric Sko. Tries to advance it forward, but Long Island is to it first. There's tons of space to work with there for 65, but instead he commits a foul on O'Brien, earns his team a free kick. Here it comes once again. Quentin Smith has some room if he can get to it, but goes out of bounds. It'll be a Long Island goal kick. After today, Brooklyn will face Stony Brook LGN Wildings Blue on May 17th. For Long Island, they have Ja Elite Soccer Academy, currently in 8th place. And after that, they face 3rd place, New York Hotel Bavarian Soccer Club. Long Island not able to get rid of the ball, as here comes Doggart once again, who scored that beauty of a goal. And there's a free kick there from Brooklyn. They had numbers there, 3-on-1, but the forward of Long Island did just enough to earn his team a free kick. Comes Long Island making a move down the left wing, number 37. And Jacob recovers well with the sliding tackle. Ref calls the foul on Jacob. Long Island has a free kick to work with here on the left side of the pitch. 6 minutes down in the second half. And there's a player down for Brooklyn. Looks like it is Eric Sko who comes down. Might have been a hand to the face or something like that. And Eric is still on the ground trying to get up, and he is up now, who earns his team a free kick. And now here is going to be Aiden Duff, who takes the free kick. Here comes Brooklyn pushing forward now. This is Orson Doggart. That ball is cleared away, but only as far as Asher Rashevsky, who has a shot on goal. It gets blocked by the defender, and a foul called the other way. And it went a little unnoticed here from my part, but looks like Long Island got a red card off that foul, which had Eric Sko on the ground. So Long Island now playing a man down. So Brooklyn has numbers to work with, an advantage over Long Island for what is about 40 minutes left in the match. And they give it right back to Long Island. Gonna be a very tense end of this match. A clever move there by Rashevsky, who's had himself quite a performance in today's match. Looking to switch the field over, not able to connect with his teammate on that occasion. But it may land here to Spampinato, who can take a shot, and that is sliding tackle. But ref says that it will be a goal kick for Long Island. Bruno has had some chances between the first and second half, just hasn't been able to find the back of the net yet. In the meantime, Long Island will make a few subs, get some fresh legs into the match. Comes a goal kick from Long Island, who now have a disadvantage in numbers. Here they go, trying to recover on defense to get the ball outside of their half. They'll be playing a man down for the rest of this match unless something changes and another red card is given. Sko lifts the ball over to Bruno. Bruno can take the bounce. He's trying to turn around. He finds a space and he finds the back of the net to put the second goal in the match. Bruno finally nets in the goal he was looking for. Brooklyn take a 2-1 lead and regain first place. They kept knocking on the door, especially Bruno, and he was very calm, patient, and executed the chance to put his team on top. The man disadvantage is already playing a role. And now Long Island has given up the lead that they had in the first half. Goals from Orson Dagger and Bruno Spampinato have given the lead to Brooklyn. But Long Island will look to find an equalizer here as they creep inside the edge of the box. They have some options to choose from. Good time tackle there from the defense. Gets rid of the danger. And now Brooklyn look to be going on a counter with Quentin Smith. In comes the ball over to Fazi Nematov, who's patient, waiting for help to arrive. He takes on his defender. Patient play from Fazi, to get rid of the danger, avoid the tackles that were coming his way. And here comes another opportunity for Brooklyn. It is Jacob. Over to Jedi Scott. Reshevsky's looking for an opening, takes on his defender, takes a shot, and that is off target, which will end for another goal kick for Long Island. But Brooklyn continue to add to the pressure. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, they scored at least 3 goals in the last 3 matches. Good play there by the forward of Long Island. Now can take on his defender, but Captain O'Brien stood up to the challenge. Gets the ball back for Brooklyn. Jedi Scott switches the field over to Eric Sko. And here comes the ball into the box, safely into the hands of the goalkeeper. Long ball, looking for the forward up top. And he earns his team a foul. They won't have too many numbers up top with this man disadvantage. Linesman was signaling for a substitution, but Long Island plays quickly. Not able to connect there with his teammate and give the ball back to Brooklyn. And the sub will now take place. Here comes O'Brien back to his goalkeeper, Duff, trying to get him a little bit involved in the match. Long Island's goalkeeper has been far more involved between the first and second half, making a couple of important saves. Here it comes to Reshevsky. Defender reads it well, forces another throw in. Jedi Scott switches the field once again. And it looks like Brooklyn sub that makes his way onto the pitch is number 81, Pax Gamboa Arsate. Number 81. And there's a bounce inside the box. Orson can make it a second goal of the match. Wasn't to be that time. Here comes Long Island moving on the counter. Number 25 still on the possession. Getting swarmed by black jerseys, but he's doing well to fight them off up until then. That's got to be a foul called by the player. He was calling for the foul for himself and gets it against him instead. And here comes Brooklyn with another free kick to work with. We have about 30 minutes left in the second half. 2-1 lead for Brooklyn after Bruno Spampinato found the back of the net. Shortly after Long Island went down to 10 men on the red card offense. Ref will be giving a talking to someone on the bench. I believe that's the coach of Long Island. Today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic. Salt have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The air case uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering the Game and Frame community an exclusive discount. Scan the QR code to get 10% off and keep it fresh. Someone looks to be exiting the pitch here for Long Island. Sending him down the other way to exit the pitch. We resume play here after someone from the Long Island bench was escorted on the other side of the pitch. In the meantime, here comes Brooklyn now. Spampinato has another opportunity. He puts a ball across the box, looking for Asher, and it goes out of bounds instead for a goal kick coming Long Island's way. Comes another goal kick, taken from the defender of Long Island. It lands for Jedi. Jedi trying to put a ball forward, looking for Asher, intercepted by the defense. And they get the ball right back with Jedi Scott. Here is Fazi Nematov. Now it's Pax pushing forward now. This is Quentin Smith. And defender wins the challenge, but Brooklyn wins the corner kick on the opposite side of the field. They scored from one. Their opening goal, which Orson Dogger finished, was from a corner kick position. This one is taken quickly. Here's a second cross that's going to be put into the box. Deflected from the defense. Still alive on the edge of the box. Anybody's ball here as Pax trying to recover. Goes down, but one back from Brooklyn. There's a back heel flick for Jedi. He's able to control it. And here it comes for Asher. Asher looking to take his defender one-on-one. Finds Fazi. Fazi entering the box now. Good dribbling shown from this midfield of Brooklyn. Asher. Over to Jedi. Jedi looks to take the shot on, and another save from the goalkeeper. He had the space outside the box, and he took it. Another ball lost into the parking lot. Comes a throw in Long Island's way. Over to number 9 on offense. Gets rid of a couple of challenges there. Over to 23, now 63. Continue pushing forward. There's another ball. As Long Island's not giving up on the fight despite the one-man disadvantage. Good tackle there from Jedi Scott to get rid of the danger. Further clearance away from O'Brien. Number 25 still on the ball for Long Island. And there's a foul just on the edge of the box, which will be a free kick. Once again in a dangerous position of the field. Just on the edge of the semicircle. We had 20 minutes down in the second half. 2-1 lead for Brooklyn. But Long Island is in a very key position of the field to try to level things up once again. There will be a 5-man wall once again set up by Aiden Duff in the back of the net for Brooklyn. And that hits the wall. Rebound lands for Long Island. They have an opportunity here inside the box. And a swarm of black jerseys forces that ball away. Out of bounds it is for Brooklyn United. BKU playing from the back with tons of space to work with. Here comes Jacob. Has been a very hot one today. We had a cool down break in the first half around this time. And now Fazi continues to push forward. He finds a man open, but not able to control it is Bruno. We'll have a sub coming Long Island's way. There's a ton of talent on this BKU squad, which has led to their first place position, which they are currently back in. Wildings Blue continues to put pressure on them, so every goal counts. Oh, it might land to Fazi. Instead, there's a handball call from the referee. That would have been quite an opening for Nematov if it wasn't for the interference. Here is a free kick coming for Long Island. Short one. Nicely timed sliding challenge there from Long Island. '63 goes further back. Nice move there from the Long Island man to lose his defender. Brooklyn does well to handle the threat this case, and they look for a long ball, looking for Asher. Good delivery there for the right winger. He has a one-on-one. This time the defender stepped up well. Asher has been on a mission today. And there's a lovely time sliding tackle from Jacob. Still lands Long Island's way though, in the middle of the field. That will dribble all the way back to Duff in net. Continue to get some time off the clock from this winning position that they are in. We have about 20 minutes left in the second half. 2-1 lead for BKU. That time given away to Long Island. They are in a good position here. Linesman raises his flag to signal the offside call. Orson Doggart. Him along with Bruno Spampinato have been the goal scorers for Brooklyn today. It's very much not night. Bright 75-degree weather this Sunday, Mother's Day afternoon. Coming to you live from Hofstra University Soccer Stadium. Here comes the ball, looking for Fozzie. Not able to handle it that time. Long Island trying to play from the back. Has not been easy for them since going down. Haven't really had a shot on target. They had a red card early into the second half off a foul on Eric Sko. Trying to just maintain possession here and develop good plays on offense. The team is playing from a lead and also have advantage with numbers. Here's going to be a pass there given away from number 26 of Brooklyn. That is Daniel Castellanos that is on the pitch now. The goalie's far off his line. Number 9 of Long Island has the open net to shoot. And he takes a shot and he finds the back of the net for the tying goal. Long Island willed their way into that tying goal. Things were looking like a calm and easy victory for BKU, but Long Island found the counterattack off his goalkeeper off his line, and the forward finished the job, tying this game at 2 apiece. And there will be a cool down break at this point as the hot weather asks for it. We go into this break even at 2 apiece. Once again, a tie game. We are soon to resume play here from Hofstra Soccer Stadium. It is now a tied game between Brooklyn United and Long Island Soccer Club. A clinical finish at a critical point in the game for the forward of Long Island, who took the challenge from the goalkeeper, Aiden Duff, who was off his line. And he put the finishing touches on what is now the tying goal in this match. It's a new game now, as Long Island did not give up the fight. Even after going a man down for Long Island, this is a very critical match to win and win big. There's a long shot attempted there, which is dribbling slowly into the box, and it gets forced out for a corner coming for BKU. Wildings Blue will have a very positive outlook on this match if it ends tied. Here comes the corner kick coming into the box. There's a contact made, and there's a shot, and there's a save by the goalkeeper once again. O'Brien was in a key position to take the lead once again. Instead, goalkeeper makes just another save, just like he did in most of this match. It's a long ball getting pushed forward. Long Island will do anything they can to get this out of their half. Gabe Schroeder is back in the match with number 6. He's on the ball now. Gets rid of it and does well. And now Fozzie lifting the ball over for Asher, who's making a run down the right pitch. He finds Gabe. Gabe can put in a cross, and he does. And defense is to it first. Fozzie trying to control that, keep it in play. He does well. Asher. This is going to be another shot here. Quinton makes a move, goes down in the box. No foul, no penalty called from the referee. Here's Castellanos now. Puts the ball in the box, and there's a shot from Fozzie, who makes it 3 for Brooklyn. Fozzie, right place, right time to put the finishing touches, and they take the lead once again. Brooklyn 3, Long Island 2. BKU knows how important this match is for their first place hopes, and they're playing like it. They take the lead shortly after the break. And now there's a little bit over 10 minutes to go in the second half. They have regained the lead. There's a handball that bounces off the defender, unintentional, but still there's a yellow card shown. This will be a very tense 10 minutes left in this match, plus whatever is added. Long Island worked really hard for that second goal. Aiden safely makes that save, secures that ball for his team. Now it goes over to Smith, who makes a nice turn, gets the ball back, goes down and earns another free kick for his team. Make this a 4th straight match in which BKU has scored at least 3 goals. Big factor in why they are still first place in the league. There's a nice move there being made by Jedi, who takes a shot and it gets deflected, into the hands of the goalkeeper. It's a quick rollover of the ball from the keeper. Now it's launched further up top to the number 9, scorer of the second goal of the day for Long Island. Here comes Schroeder. Over to Asher. Brooklyn will look to milk the time off the clock without giving up a third goal. And once again, goals will play a major factor in the title race. Winning by just one may not be enough to secure first place. On the edge of the box it goes. Fozzie with a back pass. There goes a man down in the box. No call from the referee. Fozzie on the ball now. Trying to clear it out is Long Island. O'Brien there puts it back into the box. One right back. Reshevsky has a one-on-one to work with. Fozzie showing support. He goes back to Gabe. This is Fozzie now. Has an opening for a cross. Not able to do it that time, but he gets the rebound. He gets the ball back once again. Take two, into the box it goes. Defense doing all it can do to prevent that ball from entering the net. Gabe finds Fozzie, who was recovering from an outside position. That's why he did not play that ball. Long Island has another goal kick to work with. Into the middle of the field it goes, won by Brooklyn. Powerful, strong header there to play Spompinato up top. That bounces Long Island's way. Beautifully timed sliding tackle there. Forces the throw in for Long Island. Now they're looking for their man up top, number 9. Defender goes down. Forward continues to make his run. Now it's on the edge of the box. Handled well from the defense. We have less than 7 minutes to go in the 90. Make sure to tune in tomorrow to the Game and Frame live stream as Austin SC faces New Haven United at 7 p.m. The New York Renegades face East Coast, and that ball takes an awkward bounce as the forward from Long Island will get it his way, trying to move around his defender. He does well to earn his team a corner kick, and this could be the position where Long Island can find the equalizer once again. Renegades will face East Coast tomorrow, 7:30 in the UPSL Premier, Northeast American North Division. And to close out the night, it'll be Richmond County today, that is Sunday, versus Greek Americans at 8 p.m. All those games you can catch on Game and Frame. Here comes the corner from Long Island, goes into the box, and there's a header, and it looks to have been deflected for another corner. It's a jam-packed Mother's Day on Game and Frame. The action doesn't stop. We have about 5 minutes to go in regular time. Long Island continue to fight for the cause, which is a tying goal. It bounces on the edge of the box. There's a shot taken, gets deflected from the defense. O'Brien does what he can to get it out of harm's way. Good challenge there between the players. Long Island now on the offensive. Looking for the forward once again up top. He does well to drop it down on his chest. But there is a good defensive position from the Brooklyn midfielder as it go pushing up on the counter. This is Fozzie trying to fight for the ball. Long Island pushing forward. And there is a whistle from the referee. And he has a yellow card to show to somebody. That's going to be the defender of Brooklyn. That is Orson Doggart. Gets the yellow card. Substitutions being made from Brooklyn. I believe that is number 22, Repin Minoff, who enters the pitch for BKU. Here comes a free kick taken from Long Island. Looking for a header. It bounces under the box, and they clear it further away up the field. They can get off on the counter if they have a pass to find here. Instead, it goes out of bounds off of Bruno. Long Island will get the ball back. Very much a back and forth match this has been today. Long Island opened up the scoring. Then Brooklyn tied the game and took the lead shortly after. Long Island went down to 10 men on the red card. Somehow Long Island found the goal to tie things up at 2 apiece. But Fozzie Nemata was able to take the lead once again. That has Brooklyn winning this match 3-2. Good shoulder-to-shoulder tackle there from the defense, but the ref calls a foul there. Set pieces will be the way to go. The way to go for Long Island, being that they have a man disadvantage. A good ball into the box could be the tying goal that they're looking for. We're finishing up this match on a very warm, hot, summer-like evening from Hofstra University. Here comes the free kick into the box. It goes. Duff off his line, punches that out. Now Bruno's on the ball for Brooklyn. Tries to lift it up forward, but it was deflected there from Long Island. And they win it anyway. Now there's a one-on-one on this end. Gabe Schurter has the ball on his feet. He has support coming his way. He gets the pass over to number 22, goes around the goalkeeper, and he scores the 4th and possibly nail in the coffin for this BKU victory. Repin Minoff comes onto the match and shortly after puts the finishing touches in what is now going to be a 4-2 win for BKU. Well done from Gabe to hold off the defender. Just enough time to get some help his way. And Repin puts a clinical finish to go up 4-2. More subs to be made for BKU. Number 21, More Fall enters the pitch. And now BKU have a 2-goal cushion, which is very much needed in this title race. Number 33 comes back onto the pitch. That is Adagan Waring. These are the men who will finish the match, and Bruno has another run to make, but defense did well that time. Brooklyn is not giving up just yet. They want to score more. Bruno makes a nice move and now has a finish to be making. He takes a shot and it is blocked by the defense. Goes out of bounds for a BKU throw-in. Every goal counts in their title race with Wildings Blue from Stony Brook. They were leveled on points entering this match, but BKU had the 2-goal advantage over them. Now it'll be 4 after today, depending on the way their next match ends. Nicely done by Dagan, and there's a foul called there. Not sure if it was for a high kick or an offside call, but Dagan gets a yellow card for kicking the ball out. Here comes the free kick into the middle of the pitch. There's a foul called against Long Island this time. That is Reppin, who earns his team a free kick.
Let's get the win, boys! Let's go, boys! Let's get the win!
Here comes the free kick for BKU, and it is Asher with tons of space to work with down this right side. He takes a shot, and a nice save from the goalkeeper forces it above the crossbar. A diving stop from Long Island prevents the 5th goal entering the net. Brooklyn will have another corner to work with. And they take it quickly. Another ball into the box. It dribbles all the way to Bruno. Takes a backheel flick. He's not able to finish it that time. Would have been quite a highlight reel if executed. Long Island goal kick. We are now in additional time. And there is the final whistle of the match. 90 minutes down. It ends in a BKU 4-2 victory over Long Island as they look to solidify their first place finish in the league.
Quick release for Hernandez. You know Hernandez is going to get there. Got some work to do. It's one man taking on an army, and it is Hernandez. He took on hell with a squirt gun, and he quenched the flames. Justine Nunez Hernandez, an impressive stamp on the match.
There's a shot and Kazun beats it away again.
About it. They don't want to let this opportunity pass, not equalizing. Fake shot, fake. The 3rd shot, low and a goal! A couple dummies and a low shot makes this game 1-1.
Right side is net. Can he bend it around the wall? He's gone for it! And it's tipped over the crossbar. Lovely fingertip save by Perez. Let's see if it's enough to stop them. Joe Holland. Once again, Perez called into action.
Now trot, cross. Oh my word! What a goal! What a team goal from New York International!
Back to the captain with a lot of space. Crossed inside, using his chest. Aristotle Zazulin to the rescue! As now his defensive expertise put to the test. Diaz trying to shield the ball away from Diallo. Diallo squeezing past. Phil with the assist! Goal! South Bronx United!
The ball is back into play. Beautiful work, Winder with the nutmeg. Room to move here. This is Waring again. Waring puts it into the middle. Doggart! Doggart! They can't clear it off the line! Orson Doggart puts the finishing touch.
Chango can't quite keep it. Yo, pick it up. Dangerous area. Malachi with a shot. Beautiful save from the keeper.
Now he's on. Kamara's on sides. Kamara gets around the keeper. This could be it. Could finish. It's 2. That's the final whistle. Polonia seals the deal. And the last kick of the game. What an effort there by Kamara.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Quick release for Hernandez. You know Hernandez is going to get there. Got some work to do. It's one man taking on an army, and it is Hernandez. He took on hell with a squirt gun, and he quenched the flames. Justine Nunez Hernandez, an impressive stamp on the match.
14. There's a shot, and K-Zune beats it away again.
About it. They don't want to let this opportunity pass without equalizing. Fake shot, fake. The third shot, low and a goal! A couple dummies and a low shot makes this game 1-1.
Right side, isn't it? Can he bend it around the wall? He's gone for it! And it's chipped over the crossbar. Lovely fingertip save by Perez. Let's see if it's enough to stop them. Joe Holland. Once again, Perez called into action.
Now trot, cross. Oh my word! What a goal! What a team goal from New York International!
Back to the captain with a lot of space. Crossed inside, using his chest. Aristotle Zazulin to the rescue! As now his defensive expertise put to the test. Diaz trying to shield the ball away from Diallo. Diallo squeezing past. Still with the assist! Goal! South Bronx United!
Ball is back into play. Beautiful work, Winder with the nutmeg.
There's room to move here. This is Waring again. Waring puts it into the middle. Doggart! Doggart!
This is Francis Argueta here for Game and Frame, reporting after the BKU 42 victory over Long Island. I have here first Reppin, who had instant impact upon subbing on to the second half. Just describe to me what you saw in that goal that put the finishing touches in this victory for your team.
I yelled for the ball, I got it, and I put my head down and I put it in the goal. I didn't actually see the goal, I didn't know where anyone was, but the ball was in the net, so it's good.
Simple as that. We also have Orson over here. Otis, captain of this BKU squad, who was a big factor in this victory. You know, you guys let 2 go in, but overall it's a pretty good defensive performance from the team. How did you guys pull off this 42 victory over a very tough Long Island team?
Well, coming into the game, we know it was crucial if we want to take the league, because we need 2 big wins. We need goal differential. I think the defense first half was a little shaky, but we really picked it up the second half. So I was really proud of us, and the offense did what they had to do, and we took that dub, which is very important.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
And we also have Jedi here, who by far has the coolest name on the team. Jedi, what separated you from Long Island today, and what can you guys improve on moving forward for you guys to cement your title race hopes?
I would say what separated us was our constant effort and pressure and our ability to break lines and put the ball in the back of the net. And I think moving forward, we could work on the communication, especially with their long balls and balls in the air. The sun was bright, but we should be able to deal with that.
All right. Thank you guys very much. Congrats on the win.
I also want to shout out my mom, Juji and Grammy. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, can't be here without Mother's Day on this Sunday evening. Brooklyn win at 4-2 against Long Island. We'll be here once again with you for Game and Frame for the rest of today, so keep it locked in with us. Thank you very much.